In the shadowed pages of ancient Israel's history lies the story of a man almost lost to time. His tale spans just a single verse in the Bible, yet behind that verse is an ocean of courage, faith, violence, and unshakable conviction. Who was Shamgar, the man who rose up when no one else dared? A farmer, a warrior, a judge, or just a man God chose to stand in the gap? This is his story. Before Shamgar, there was chaos. The Israelites, after escaping Egypt and conquering the Promised Land, had fallen into cycles of sin, slavery, and sorrow. With each generation, they forgot the God who saved them. This time, it wasn't the Canaanites or Moabites oppressing them, it was the Philistines. These brutal warriors controlled trade routes, raided villages, and confiscated weapons. Their iron monopoly meant the Israelites had no swords, no shields, no spears. Only farm tools and fear. In the fields of Israel, people whispered the name Philistine like a curse. Mothers clutched their children, fathers hung their heads, warriors hid. But in a dusty corner of this broken land lived a man named Shamgar, a simple farmer with nothing but a wooden Oxgoad. An Oxgoad, 8 feet long, thick wood, sharpened tip. Meant for prodding cattle, not killing men. Or so everyone thought. Shamgar wasn't a king. He wasn't a trained soldier. He had no army, no title, no legacy. What he had was rage. Righteous rage. His village had been raided. His brother killed. His neighbors enslaved. And everyone else too afraid to fight. One day, he stood in the middle of a ruined wheat field, staring at the trail of Philistine horses in the distance. Enough. He looked at his Oxgoad, splintered and stained from years of toil. That day, Shamgar stopped being a farmer. He became a weapon. No ambush, no army, just a man. The Philistines marched toward his region again, 600 of them. They laughed, confident, armored in bronze, trained in blood. And there stood Shamgar. At first, they mocked him. One man, one stick. Then he moved. The Oxgoad whistled through the air. Wood against steel, flesh against fate. He crushed skulls, broke shields, jabbed, swung, spun. They tried to surround him, he moved faster. They thought he would run, he stood taller. They died in droves. 1 became 10, 10 became 100. By nightfall, 600 Philistines lay dead. Israel couldn't believe it. The story spread like wildfire. One man stood. One man fought. One man saved us. Children were named after him. Songs were sung. But Shamgar didn't ask for fame. He buried his Oxgoad beneath a tamarisk tree and walked back to his home. Quiet, tired, changed. Peace followed for a time, not forever, but enough for Israel to breathe. The Bible says simply, he also saved Israel. That's it. No titles, no judgeship. Just a man who obeyed when everyone else stayed silent. Judges 3:31. After Ehud came Shamgar son of Anath, who struck down 600 Philistines with an Oxgoad. He too saved Israel. 1 verse, 80 words. Yet it speaks of a legacy most never achieve. Shamgar teaches us that God doesn't need kings. He doesn't need weapons. He doesn't need armies. He needs willing hearts, even if they hold nothing but a stick. There's a Shamgar in all of us. You may not have the perfect tools. You may feel alone. You may face overwhelming odds. But if God has called you, stand up. Pick up your Oxgoad. Face your 600. And fight. Because sometimes, the greatest stories are the ones no one expected. And the greatest warriors are the ones who never asked to be one.